Garrett Blevins here with the last day of week 2, and I decided on this day to do 100% barbell volume. I'll probably have some assistance work throughout the week, but in general I'm going to try to keep it above 80% total volume for the week as barbell work. So here you see some pause squats. I'm still focusing on depth. Want to make sure that I don't lose the mobility to hit depth, especially for USAPL standards. Nothing real exciting today as far as the work with pause squats. Everything went pretty easy. I didn't put all my sets in here, but it's feeling pretty good. Tightness is not a real big issue. I'm just trying to dial in my form and make sure that I can optimally hit depth but not go deeper than I need to. Elbow's been feeling a little bit better. I like just kind of leaning forward with both feet even to get under the squat bar instead of stepping underneath the bar with one foot. I think that loads my back unevenly. And I'm looking for my pause squats as far as the weight goes to go up. I think I kept most of the RPEs for this day at about an 8, I'd say for sure. So maybe that one there was a 9. It's getting close. Dead stop bench felt pretty good today. I'd also like to see this go up, but I'm still taking it easy because I am still doing the volume protocol and shouldn't be above a 9 RPE on these days. But I'm excited about the progress that I've been making. You'll see on this last set I actually brought my grip in with each rep. I'm trying to see where I'm strongest, and I think it's a little bit in between this narrow grip that I do this last rep with and the wider grip. Also, my conventional pulls have been better, but I still get so stiff when I start out at the bottom. I still feel like my lower back is not quite as straight as I would like it to be. I'm trying to work on pressure breaths, but I really have a long way to go. Brandon Lilly just put out a video mentioning squatting the weight up from the floor, so I might try to get a little bit more leg drive into the bar before I start really trying to break the floor and pulling up. I'll just have to work on it, but I still think this is some of the better conventional pulling I've done. When I put on my belt for this workout, it really messed up my form, so I'll probably continue to do conventional pulls beltless and just see how things go. What I wanted to talk about today is vulnerability. And I talked with this in church on Sunday as well, but when Jesus came, and when all, it says here in John 13, it references all power had been given him by the Father. Jesus didn't use that power to push people away, to dominate them, or to protect himself. Instead, he washes their feet. The washing of the disciples' feet symbolizes the washing that we receive of our sins, the cleansing of our sins, and the ability to be in relationship with God. What Jesus does is he models vulnerability for us, though he could push us away, and he could keep us at a distance and not let us affect him. Instead, he allows himself to be affected by us because you really can't have a relationship where people aren't vulnerable with each other. Now, that does introduce an element of the unknown. Will those who you open yourself up to hurt you? Will they attack you? Will they take advantage of you? All of those could happen. But there's courage in vulnerability. I was watching a TED Talk with Brene Brown on YouTube. If you ever get a chance to watch some of those, they're pretty interesting. But in general, she said that people view vulnerability as weakness. But instead, she reworked that and she said that vulnerability is actually courage. And I agree. I think it takes great courage to be vulnerable and really put yourself out there for who you are. I see that that's how Jesus used power, and that's what I'm going to try to do in my own life. Blessings.